I want you to stand up tall and proud. I want you to speak up clear and loud. Brown baby.
Hey, you guys. Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to the Sassy Show, where we're going to discuss, deliver, redirect deliciously entertaining, diverse perspectives on this World News Sunday. So if you over here, you already know what's up and what we're mostly going to be discussing. Welcome, Kamiko. What's going on, you guys? I just turned my sound up. You guys let me know what's going on. Hey, Mogul Move. That's my bestie, y'all. I'm gonna drop this link. This is Bestie's first time clicking the link. Just a few people in here, Bestie. But we ain't never scared, honey. 7 people, 700. You know what I'm saying? We have done it all. So you click that link, twin, and then I think it's going to say something like go to Safari, and then you're going to have to allow your camera and your audio, but you're going to turn your camera off once you click the link. So we're going to give her some time. Just a little backstory. We met in college in the political science department. So we were both calling each other this week. We call each other every week, but this week we were like, she's like, I'm just calling to check on you. She knew I was probably over here crying. Okay. But anyway, we're just going to chop it up like we were on the phone and talk about this world news from all different types of perspectives like we do over here on the Sassy Show. Thank you guys for joining me. I was contemplating last week of changing the time because for those of you that didn't know, I had a decently early showtime because of football season, right? I did not want to totally interfere with people's football schedules, especially if your team is playing at 12, So our spring and summer hours would be pushed back by an hour. That'll kind of help the West Coast people. And then for me, I can, dibble and dabble around the house before I come talk to you guys. And so we're going to do 11:30, 12:30 Eastern from now on up until September when football season starts again. I hope all is well with that because that is definitely what we're doing. What's up, Netta K? What's going on? Good morning. Okay, good. Thank you so much for dropping down. Hi, Quiet Storm. How are you? Sassa Stash. Y'all be killing me with my little nicknames. I love them. I love them indeed. Until Twin hits the link, let's just talk about some shows that I was watching before we get into the world news. I will say that I am definitely going to be watching BMF. I know you guys kept trying to tell me how good it was, but I cannot stand scripted shows sometimes because they're so predictable. But this BMF shit looks like it's on fire. So I will be binge watching that this week, and then we'll be discussing it next week. What's up, Kim? How you doing, Ladybug? Happy Sunday. Also, I kind of was getting back into the Housewives a bit. I don't know. I mean, not really, but kind of, sort of. But I'm definitely going to be getting back into the Housewives if Kenya and Cherie are coming back. Is that true? Because if them two nutcases coming back, I'm all in. I need the old crew because this new crews, I don't even know what they're about because I haven't watched in 3 or 4 years, but they don't seem to be keeping my attention at all. But I'll definitely be watching that. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some boom in it. We got to give our new home girl, Ketanji Brown Jackson, we got to give her some light. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me see if this is the one I want to share. Baby, we got to give her some light. I am so proud of this nomination. And look at that name, Ketanji. Bitch, you better go. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't mean to call you a bitch, but you know what's up, girl. Ketanji. That's straight out of Wakanda. Give it up. Give it up. Ketanji Brown Jackson. Is that not the blackest name ever? Hallelujah to the black names, with the dignified black names. Because I ain't going to lie and say I be liking them little ghetto ones. What's up, Team AJ? Hey, Juicy. Thank you so much for joining me, boo. What's up, Cassie? How you doing, honey? Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first Black woman to be nominated for the Supreme Court Justice. She has a remarkable lineage in regards to her parents. Her father was a lawyer. He was a school teacher first. Her mother was a school teacher and then a principal. She went to Harvard undergrad, Harvard Law School. She clerked for Justice Stephen Breyer, who she may be, by all accounts, taking his seat. Is that not that story is like written like in a movie kind of story? Like, are you serious? Like, what in the world? I cannot even imagine you clerking for you're a young lawyer, you're clerking for a Supreme Court justice, and then one day you are elected, or excuse me, appointed to take his seat. I had to give it up for Biden for this one. I mean, that's what's up, because a lot of them get in the office, they promise stuff, but they be like, well, I tried, but I couldn't do it. No, and the good thing about Judge Brown Jackson is that she's already gone up against the Senate 3 times in regards to other appointments. So, I mean, that can be as racist and, as silly as they want to be. There is no way that you cannot appoint Ketanji. I'm just going to be calling her like I call Kamala. I'm just going to call you by your first name, girl. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be disrespectful. What's up, Robin? Thanks for joining me, honey. Yeah, she's pretty lit. I do like a strong, I have to be clear. I like a strong, dignified Black name, as every culture should. You know what I mean? Yes. I'm so proud of her. It's going to be super duper awesome. It's not going to change the votes on the Supreme Court because she's replacing a liberal. And then they stole, they stole one from us, under Obama. Then, they stole another one from us under Trump. So it's going to be very interesting. Hey, Miss All-Star, thanks for joining me, honey. It's going to be very interesting if we actually get to steal one from them. That'll be great. Can you guys still hear me? Because I'm getting a low signal on my Wi-Fi, which is weird. I don't know if it's StreamYard or what. That is weird. Like, nothing's wrong. Why are you giving me a low signal? Anyway, so we'll see. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see. I like the confirmation hearings. It's kind of boring to most people, but I do like them. I mean, you have to remember the last famous one from a Supreme Court justice was Clarence Thomas, you know, and Anita Hill. I don't know how many people. Thank you, Cassie. I don't know how many of you guys remember that one, but honey, it was baby, baby. But I don't think that we're not going to get any juice from this one. But I do like to see what the other side will try to do. You know what I mean? Because there's just so. Ugh. Hi, Miss Rose. How are you? Hi, Vibrant. How's it going? Okay, so let me do something, you guys, real quick. I'll talk to you guys while I do this. Hold on, hold tight. Oh, let me do this, you guys. You know how it is when you're first time clicking the link. I don't even think I can't even do it from my phone, I don't think. Let me see. No, because it just wants me. You can't copy. I'm on here. Can you send the link? Oh, okay. Can you hear me? Okay, so this is the link. Click this link, twin, that's in the chat. I can't send it on the phone. I can send an email, but I can't click that link that I just put in that says StreamYard. Okay, you guys, be patient with us, you guys. She was a little busy this morning, so we weren't able to prepare for this. She had a very, very busy weekend. I just typed a paragraph about Biden, but I deleted it, child. Good vibes on Sunday. Oh, well, I don't know where do I send it via? I don't know how to do any of that. I mean, it won't let me copy and paste. So maybe you can, I've only either sent it here or email. So if I'm not able to copy and paste it, then how do I send it anywhere? I mean, you know what I'm saying? She can just click the link. It's right there. Shut up, Vibrant. I don't be doing all that shit. Yeah, it doesn't let you just click the link. I mean, it doesn't let you copy and paste it. Then I have to put it on my community board, then copy it, then send it there. Just click this link right here that's under my name, twin. Can she hear? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, I just did it. I just sent her a text. Well, I wonder, what were you gonna, yeah. I don't really care what you were gonna say about Biden. Nobody's gonna be you did, it's tripping. What is it saying? What is it saying? Hold on, y'all. She's texting me. I'm signing you a bless up. I take offense to that. Can you guys just tell me what to do? I don't understand why you guys are so interested in making fun of a person versus saying, how do I send it via IG? That would be great. I don't get it. Hey, good morning, Tony. I hope all is well. Happy Sunday. I don't get it. It's really weird to me. Just tell me what to do. Camera mic. Oh, yeah. So you have to go to your settings and allow it on for YouTube. So on the iPhone, go to your settings and allow cam. She's on her. Oh, I'm on my laptop, AJ. Oh, and I have my phone in my hand, so it doesn't matter. I'm on both. But definitely not from the phone. It won't go. You know what I mean? Like I can't. If I copy, yeah, from here on the laptop, it's just gonna, yeah. I'm not on my phone. Oh, Cam and my bro. Sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm trying to. Oh, there she goes. Okay, you're here, but it is saying your device is not connected. Oh, now you're here, but you don't have a picture up, but you're okay with that, I'm sure. Okay. Yeah, everything is in settings somewhere. Yes, because you guys don't know what to do. You're just laughing, but you don't know what to do.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Okay, you're on.
So, guys, let me just say this. You know how they have those? You know how they have those books? Fill in the blank for dummies. I am a person that would be textbook for dummy because
you came on hot. Okay. Tell them to shut up. Right. We heard, baby, everybody we can't be perfect now, can we, twin?
Now everything
Okay.
else I'm perfect at, but technology.
That is right.
No, I'm just playing, guys.
Everything else. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Well, almost afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone has been enjoying their weekend and also paying close attention to what is going on the world scene right now as it pertains to Russia, the United States, the European Union, just everything. So first off, thank you, Sassy, for inviting me to your show. I am honored. I really appreciate you allowing me to just come on and put my little 2 cents in.
Well, of course, darling. I mean, you came in hot too. I mean, they can tell we're besties, can't they? My gosh. I mean,
Oh.
yeah, I love it. I mean, just, and we're just going to call each other twin for the sake of not revealing our names because it's going to be very difficult for us not to reveal our names because we literally say it almost every day. So I don't know how
Exactly.
so we just can't. But we're definitely, we used to call each other twins because we look totally opposite from each other. I am, would you call me medium height or tall?
Tall.
Okay. And would you call yourself medium height or short?
Short.
Okay. Would you call yourself light skin or caramel?
I'm caramel, I think.
You're kind of light skinish, but yeah. Okay. I'll go with
Okay,
light
I'll take that.
caramel. I'll take
take
light
that.
caramel. And then I am dark chocolate.
No, you're not.
What am I?
You're chocolate. You're like a brown. You're chocolate. You're not dark.
I'm brown. I'm a deep brown. Okay. And but we definitely have some of the same views on a lot of topics, and those that we don't have views on, we let each other know immediately and we move the fuck on. Okay. So you will hear a lot of familiarity in the way that we speak in our mannerisms because that is who we are. I was telling some of the people before you joined that we met in the political science department in
Okay,
college.
good. Okay.
Yeah, we met in the political science department in college. We've been like for real besties ever since. And there was
So
maybe
politics is where we pretty much, I think that's what we talk about. I'm not going to say the most, but
we talk about our personal lives the most. But a close second is definitely politics because you're more into celebrity stuff. You and my sister keep me up to date on celebrity stuff. And then I don't know what the fuck I'm in, like documentaries and shit. But anyway, but yeah, politics is definitely, especially a hot time like now. It's going to be a close second. So so we just wanted to join. I wanted to have somebody else that I could bounce off of that understood the history and also understands what this means. So, twin, let me read this because somebody left this comment underneath one of my videos, and I want to get your opinion about what she said, and it'll just it'll kind of kickstart what we're talking about. Okay, it's a pretty long comment, but it was very detailed. Okay. So this is from Black Swan. I don't know if Black Swan is in the clouds. Shout out to Black Swan. Welcome to everybody joining the Sassy Show. Please hit that like button on your way in. Subscribe if you're not already. Thank you for anybody and everybody who's even thinking about sharing. And please donate to the host if you so kindly would like to. It's $ the Sassy Show 1. So Black Swan says, for the last 25 years, both of these countries told the world who they are. I grew up in the Cold War, and their behavior has been covert communism with overt bullying. China somehow has managed to own so much land that they can claim that land as their own national property, a nation within a nation. Chinatowns in foreign nations are dangerous because these people are not 100% loyal to anyone but China. Africa is a great example of China building foreign nations within nations. China has physically and financially taken over, have been allowed to kill Black Africans for trespassing. SARS was released in 2005, first pandemic from China. The Chinese were just as careless then as they are now. The world didn't sanction them then. So 2019 shouldn't be a surprise because 2 Chinese scientists stole viruses from the Canadian version of the CDC. Russia never stopped being the USSR. Both of these countries formerly been declaring war on the West. Their military is better. Their national spirit is stronger. They're a nation of people who mean what they say and say what they mean. China said they will never give Tibet freedom. Taiwan is not an independent nation of China.
No.
These acts against humanity have been and still go unnoticed. China has outbred the world. This was deliberately due to the shame of the 100 years. Russia is doing what Germany did. Russia knows the West will give up the Ukraine like they did Germany. Russia knows that this will lead to nuclear war. They are so secure about the measured losses and that gains outweigh them. Bitch. What do you?
So I'll say this. It goes even deeper though, because you have to. I think people forget that Putin has been saying for years that he wants to not only just bring back the USSR, that some of you guys, because I'm in the 70s baby, don't even know what the USSR is, but he wants to bring back, to make it in layman's term, the empire.
Did your sound go out? Your sound went out, twin. Oh, there you.
You hear
Okay,
me?
you're back. You're back
Okay.
now. Yeah, go ahead.
So I don't know where you stopped hearing me. I was saying that people have to realize that Putin himself has been saying for some years that he wanted to reacquire the USSR, meaning in layman's terms that some of us, are older on. We're 70s babies. Some may be too young to know what that is. The USSR, in layman's terms, just means the empire that Russia once owned, right? So Ukraine was part of that. It no longer is, but that's just one of the areas that he's interested in.
The Slavic nations.
Exactly, the Slavic nations. Now, what will happen is, and it probably is, which is why she's saying that he knows this could lead to nuclear war, if he enters into a nation such as.
Shoots, I hate your sound keeps clicking off. Hold on, y'all.
I'm gonna have to keep hitting my phone. So
okay.
What he does know, I think that who's that Black Swan? Why she made the comment that he knows this could lead to nuclear war, because if he does enter into a nation such as Poland, because he's trying to get that Russian Empire, the USSR, back to where it was pre-Cold War, then the United Nations would have to step in, right? And then we are actually entering into World War III, because right now we're not into World War III, right?
No,
but that would be the cause of World War III if he does enter into a nation that is part of the UN, if that makes sense.
Of course, yeah. So I guess what we're trying to discuss today is, for the layperson, why would we be up in arms about Russia trying to acquire Ukraine back? So that's what we're trying to do, is just put it into lay terms from two poli-sci majors that are saying this. There has been a blueprint for this. This has happened in the past. History is repeating itself. We're not going to say history is repeating itself, but history it has a tendency to repeat itself. Yes. And so a lot of people, and rightfully so, are up in arms. So how does this affect our daily lives as American citizens of a world superpower? I'll go first and I'll let you go, twin. So I think how it affects us is like twin just said. Number one, if they invade any of our NATO brothers or sisters, it's a wrap. We have it is a treaty that we sign that we have to interfere. We have to get involved. So, i.e., Poland. Poland is right next door. Where are all the Ukrainians trying to flee to? Poland. So at some point, Putin might get upset and he may do something to Poland to trigger something that's going to cause the other NATO members to, in return, interfere or involve themselves, because it is by law that we do that. Also, we can't just sit around as a superpower and allow dictators to take over sovereign nations, as Ukraine is. They're just over there minding their business. My uncle put it so simple. He was like, why are they fucking with their little brother? These people are these people are literally have like the same blood running through them. You know, I mean, it would be like us fucking with Canada. Why in the fuck would we fuck with Canada? That's weird. Like, what has Canada's not gonna do anything? Canada is just sitting up there doing their thing. They're not bothering us. They're not even thinking about bothering us. But one day we get an itch and we say, you know what? We want to mess with Canada. We don't want Canada to be a sovereign nation anymore. We want Canada to be a part of the United States. And we literally are willing to risk our men and women, children's lives to make Canada a part of the United States.
So here's the difference though.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the difference with us in Canada and the little brother with as it pertains to Ukraine and Russia. The oligarchy in Russia is just like that parent. Well, I'm going to say that big brother that still is in their emotions that you left home. Because the Ukraine was a part of the USSR. And so, you know, Canada has just been, you know, a brother that, I'm going to say this, a brother, we had different mothers, right? So there was we weren't necessarily raised in the same household. So there's a difference, not difference in love, but a difference in structure. And that oligarchy of Russia they still have not gotten over post-Cold War. And for whatever reason, those emotions are still high, i.e. why Putin has been saying for years, and that I guess subset of the culture has felt that they needed to take that, you know, that land back, those nations back. So it's more emotional because people keep saying, why is he doing it? There's emotions behind this. It's not just, of course it's oil and, you know, it's the wealth of it all, but there's a different history. If that makes sense. Am I explaining it? I don't know if I'm making. I can't hear you anymore, Sassy.
Baby, because I was on mute.
Are you on mute? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. You know, Canada has never been in the same household as the U.S. The Ukraine was actually the brother that was living
that's right.
in the basement.
That's right.
And they left.
That's right.
And they didn't leave. They didn't leave. And they left
amicably.
Yeah. It's so it's a different set of emotions with that.
I agree. That is such a great analogy. And the other thing is that the Russian people are not happy about this. That's really our only saving grace, I think, at this point. The Russian people are not happy with this. So they don't want to go back to dictatorship or to communism. Or, you know, they don't feel, because a lot of their real life blood lives in Ukraine. Their real life, I mean, one lady was crying. She said, my grandfather's in Ukraine. What is he supposed to do? You know? So a lot of their people live in Ukraine or the surrounding states or whatever the countries that they, you know, and so they're not happy with this. So it's really, like you said, it's really just the leadership of Russia that wants to hold on to the USSR type mentality. And when did the USSR fall? Are you on mute again, Lord? We need your child. We trying to work this out, y'all. But I think, and then you said Crimea. Yep, Crimea in 2014. So has it been 8 years, 10 years? I think it's 8 years since Ukraine annexed. And so yeah, it's really, really, really. You are on mute if you're trying to talk. You're not on mute, but we can't hear you. Let me just say that. But yeah, it is not a good thing. He's trying to see just how far he can go without retaliation. I totally agree with that, D-Dot. But the thing is that you guys know that this has been happening for a long time. 1991. Thank you. Okay, so that is 91 to 2001 to 11, 20. So 30 years, right? So it's been 30 years. But so he's been holding on. Like, just like this is the perfect time. Twin, I don't know what happened, but your sound is totally out. So I don't know if you're on mute or not. So 30 years? I mean, let it go. I think the best outcome would be, I'm being very hopeful because they've had a lot of time to figure this out. And everybody's talking about nuclear war. I think it's going to be cyber war. So, there's some things that we probably need to do. If you don't have cash at the house, you probably need to start putting back some cash at the house. I think that they would definitely be trying to attack the banking system like we're attacking their banking system. Well, we're not attacking their banking system. We're attacking the oligarchs' banking system and trying to slow them down a bit. But I don't think it's by mistake that we have been seeing Russian bots in our chats for the last 4 or 5 months. I don't think it's by mistake that, hey, Black Swan, did you hear me? I read your comment. Hey, love. I don't think that is by mistake that what happened, in the last election, not Biden, but the one before, almost afraid to say his horrible name. So, there's just a lot of things that have been into the making. And I don't know what happened. Do you want to click off and click back on? Because we cannot hear you at all unless she's dealing with her little one. Text me. Let me see. My phone is off. Let me see if she texts me, y'all. No. Okay. We'll see. What did you say? Russian trouble. Yeah, that's what I think you probably wrote that at the same time I was saying it. Yeah. I mean, that's not by mistake. So there's a lot of things that we really need to take, into context. It is what the world has come to, love. Everyone is out for themselves. Well, I don't know, but what do you think would be different if Trump was in power? I think that there would be no sanctions. He's already said that he thought it was a savvy move. I think that he's on the side of dictatorship. Okay, I'm trying to locate Mike. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, I'll try to help you. We saw what happened when he was in power. He clearly understands that he was in. Okay, I sure will, honey. I'm going to drop you down. And then I'm going to send this link. So we saw what happened. I mean, he understands that he was in power because of them and the work that they did. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys saw Q, Into the Storm. That's another great documentary that shows you how long this has been going on. This is not some war that just popped up. Quite honestly. So back onto Trump, he knows that he was in power because of the shenanigans that the Russians pulled. I brought up QAnon because they also that was their way of, it says device not connected. Let me kick this other one, kick from studio. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, girl.
Okay.
Okay. So we were just talking about, the question was, what do you think would be different if Trump was in power? And I was just explaining to them that, a lot would be different because there would be no sanctions. He would be advocating for this nonsense.
People remember he called Putin a genius.
Well, he is his own.
He's a genius. He's a mad genius.
He's evil genius. Yeah,
exactly. If his own people are calling him a madman. So here's the difference, if we can put this in perspective. So say something, which we saw when they stormed the Capitol. If you don't prefer, the political party in office or some of the, say, bills that they've passed, let's just use that as an example. You can freely protest. Now, protest, not storm the Capitol, but freely protest.
Right.
Now, there will be arrest if, certain things happen. And say there's an unjustly arrest, right? I myself, if I'm unjustly arrested, I feel as though I'm unjustly arrested. I can go to the local news station and say, I was unjustly arrested. I want to tell my story. You cannot do that in Russia. We don't know. We saw the protests going on. So many people were.
Girl, did you hit the mute button again? Oh, Lord.
I didn't hit the mute button. I think it just keeps going out. Okay. Maybe it's my phone or something, or service. But they can't go to the local news station, right? And say, I want to tell my story. We can't account for how many people that they arrested that are protesting right now as we speak.
How many people they killed, how many people they injured. Exactly. Because they have complete control over the media.
Exactly. So there's there's just a vast difference in the culture when you're under a dictatorship,
Vast. And they try to, and we're using the word dictatorship loosely because they are not under a dictatorship by law, but they are by mindset.
Exactly.
They are by mindset. So it is what it is, but they don't have the rights that we have. But the thing about, and men like Trump, Putin, what's the other one that we killed? Not bin Laden, but the other one in Iraq.
I can't think of.
Oh gosh, we know his name. They took down the statue, killed all his kids. Damn. Anyway, well, somebody maybe say it in the audience. We got some politicos in the audience, but
now I'll say this as an African American.
Saddam Hussein.
As an African American, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to how this even deeply, I'm gonna say, affects us deeper as the Africans that are living in Eastern Europe. There are some that live there. If you've noticed, they've been reporting that Poland is not allowing individuals of African descent to even cross into their country as refugees.
Are you kidding me?
Oh no, they had it on. Oh no, they had it on. I was either watching MSNBC or it might have been CNN, but if you Google, of course, it'll show you all the news stations. So and that's even another issue.
Our brothers and sisters.
This tragedy, even in this tragedy, they're still having a little racism, right? Like,
well, look what the Mexicans did to the Haitians.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so our sisters and brothers over there, who knows why they over there? They might, of course, if they're in Ukraine, they just over there working. They may be an English teacher. They may be any, English teacher, anything, working as an engineer, and they saying, oh, because of the color of your skin, we're not accepting you. See what I'm saying, y'all?
Now, if you were a U.S. resident, of course, we're only talking about those. We're only talking about those of African descent that are from,
their passport doesn't say America.
Now, the U.S., African Americans, of course, they were part of that American group that we got everybody out. That was, from America. We're talking about if I'm from London, I don't know what the English did. If I'm from Africa, from a nation in Africa, but because we know, and I have to say this, Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent.
The whole continent.
I don't know how many times I hear people say that.
You hit the button. Oh, it went out. We'll wait for her to come back, y'all. But yeah, we know. I don't even like.
I don't know how many times I hear, the country Africa. No, it's a continent. There are various nations and countries in Africa. So if I'm from a country in Africa and I'm there, I'm not being allowed to go seek refuge in Poland because they're not allowing me to cross borders, which is insane to me. And I need you in to talk about that. They're not really, you're hearing the reports and you're seeing it being reported, but can we talk about that part of it? Is that not crazy?
That's crazy. And what is their explanation behind it?
They haven't given an explanation yet. They've just, I guess this is the initial reports of that even happening. So of course, maybe a week from now, 2 weeks from now, they'll start explaining what the Polish, I guess what their explanation for that is, what their mindset is as it pertains to that.
Off the subject a little bit, people just say that because they group all Africans together, it's a whole continent and they're so vastly different.
Exactly.
They are so vastly different. A West African is totally different from a Northern African, from
from Morocco. If I'm from Morocco, I look totally different.
Totally different than a Nigerian.
Some of them might be lighter, darker skinned than me, but still, are treated differently when they're in other nations. Because quite honestly, a Moroccan could probably pass for a Ukrainian. I'm just being honest.
Where they're close to the Middle East. Yeah, that's the
exactly. So it's a total different,
And apartheid happened in South Africa. You know what I'm saying? Slavery happened in the coast of West Africa. So it's just it's very different. But even some Africans say I'm from Africa because they think that, Americans don't understand the continent. I'm like, where are you from? Ghana,
Congo.
Congo. Where are you
Somalia,
from?
Where are you from?
Come on. Yeah.
Tanzania.
Okay, that's the
Where are you from?
Where are you from? That's like, I mean, I don't. It's weird, yeah. But anyway, Russia already has their nuclear spots on the ready. Yeah, but we all meaning all the superpowers do. It literally, I mean, the president walks around with someone whose job is to hold the briefcase.
Yeah.
So that's all the superpowers.
We can't fault the nation for that. I mean, they'd be crazy not to, right?
Not to. You can't. Yeah, you can't. That I don't have an issue with, because you never know when somebody gonna pop out. Like me and Twin, we ready when you pop out. But if you ain't popping off, then be chill. And that's what. But they're not. But I don't. The nuclear aspect of it is different. I mean, I was surprised that they took over Chernobyl. For those who don't know, Chernobyl is a nuclear site that is in the Ukraine that had a horrible, horrible history, killed hundreds of thousands of their citizens by mistake, and the U.S. had to get them out of that craziness. It almost, I mean, it was deafening. Go ahead.
It's such a catch-22 because I keep trying to wrap my brain around. Will the nuclear aspect of it be as important or more important than the cyber aspect of it?
That's what I think. The cyber aspect.
Is of it, what we need to be concerned with. Because I'll say this, and most people that are tuned in, well, I shouldn't say most, but I'm sure quite a few of you guys already are aware. They've been reporting for years that the devices we have as it pertains to deterrent us, say if someone shoots a nuclear missile in the sky, us being able to stop it midair, right? We have the highest
capability,
the U.S. does. Russia does not. So in my mind, I'm thinking, why would I do that if I know that if they reciprocate,
it's a wrap? She went out, you guys. She'll be right back. Yeah, but we're more. I think I'm
more so. It's the cyber aspect, like we've talked about, off camera. The cyber aspect, which will affect us immediately. If I can't charge my cell phone, if it's 100 degrees outside and I have no relief, right? I can't get in touch with my loved one.
Yep.
It's a total banks. I can't, access my funds for, say, if it's just a week, right?
That's what we were talking about.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be a month. It could just be a week that I can.
It could be 3 days.
3 days.
And it's going to triple. It's going to cripple us.
Because I don't have cash in my mattress. Now maybe I should. Maybe I should start thinking about
it. You probably should. Yeah, I think that you definitely should. You know how our old school people, you know what I'm saying, they have that black box, but what is it called? It doesn't burn up, and they got it in the attic, and they, I mean, they got a couple of G's in there, and so that they can be ready. But I definitely think that we should, the first line of defense. I understand getting ready. I think Ms. Rose Bennett was talking about, being kind of bunker ready. People probably aren't there yet mindset wise, but I think that one thing we could do is just get out some cash and put it in your house. That you can at least do.
Yeah, something basic.
Yeah, something very, very basic as to that, because I'm telling you guys that nuclear is like 30 years that's like 30-year mindset, like 30 years ago. Now in this day and age in 2022, we're most thinking about, or they have been most thinking about and preparing for cyber warfare. And again, if they shut down our grids of the top 10 cities,
oh God,
that's probably 10 million times 10. You know what I'm saying? That's 100 million people. They shut down our grids. It's a wrap. And like I said, like Twin said, they can literally do it for 72 hours, and it's going to be catastrophic, just panic and mayhem. So we just need to think about that. We just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about it, like I said, in layman's terms. And why should we be concerned? Well, this is very concerning when you have someone as powerful as Russia, and whatever they're in, as sneaky as they are. What's their people called? What's their CIA called?
No, the Kremlin.
No, that's the capital, but what was it? What did
Well,
it
no,
used to be called?
I thought they came out of the Kremlin though.
They
That's
did,
where they
but it used to
originated
be
from.
called something in the back in the USSR days. Like Great Britain has MI6, we have CIA, and then they were. Somebody will tell me in the audience.
Yeah,
Girl,
somebody tell. Now
somebody tell me.
here's my concern. My concern is China.
Yes, I wanted
Now
you.
that's what we need to be concerned about because they do have the
KGB
same
girl.
capabilities as we do.
KGB.
KGB, yes, KGB.
Yeah. Thank
So
you, Vibrant.
thank you, which is so how we look. That's so obvious, but I guess my brains. But what I'm
Girl,
concerned
this
about
happens
is
to me
China.
all the time, by the way. And so they know they have to help me out. It's like when you're talking, it's like you can't.
Can you hear me
like
now?
I couldn't think of. Yeah, I can hear you. But I was saying, we can hear you. You can't hear us. Okay, she might come back down, y'all. We can hear you. Y'all type in the chat that we can hear her.
Hello.
We can hear you. Can you hear us? Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me tell her to drop back down. That damn KGB, honey. I'm texting her, y'all. We can hear.
Sassy, I can't hear you.
Drop down. And
okay. I just can't hear you guys for some reason.
Come back up. Okay. There you go. Okay, y'all. She gonna drop down and come back up. And you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all. That's why I should have told her to come on her computer, because it's something up with iPhones and StreamYard. It really is. It is weird. Okay, hold on, y'all. Y'all see she came on talking about. Okay, hold on. Okay. Somebody said something. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please tap the like button if you haven't already. I really super appreciate it. Look what happened to the gas line that shut everything down and then shut down that affected the electricity grid. Cyber terrorism will be banks and power grids all at once. The last few years of cyber hacks have been tested. That's it. This is what they have been doing.
Sorry about that, guys.
No
I was
worries.
hearing you talk about StreamYard, so I could hear. I started to hear you, and then I finally came back in. But China is who we should be concerned about because they're the ones who have the same nuclear capabilities as we do, as it pertains to the deterrent of a missile, right? So if someone was to send off a missile to whatever nation, that nation being able to, pretty much counteract it midair. China does have that capability, so they're not going to be as concerned about going into war as maybe,
Well, but okay, let's hold that thought because we got to talk about China's relation to Russia and the pandemic and all that. But I want to answer Black Swan. Everyone should have generators and a solar panel. Unfortunately, unfortunately, Black Swan, everybody does not live where they can have solar and generators. People live in townhomes. People live in apartments. I mean, it's not that easy. So, I mean, it's just not that easy, And
in Houston, they're starting to build up more so than we're building out too, but more up than we have ever been before. So you have a lot of sky rises going up, residential that we did not have like 10 years ago.
I mean, people live in condos. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Everybody doesn't have the capability to have those type of things, So it's unfortunate, and millions and millions and millions of people live without the capability of being able to have solar or generators or bunkers or whatever. So it is what it is.
The mass does not have bunkers. No, not in the South, especially.
No. And you giving up lots of little nuggets and tidbits, and I told you these people don't know nothing about me. Okay, twin.
Where they don't. I'm talking about me, where I live.
Okay, yeah, we don't live in the same place.
We in Houston, we're building out now.
Yeah.
Still, but we in Houston. I'm in Houston. We're building a lot up. You didn't see residential sky rises 10 years ago, maybe one or two. But now they're going up nonstop. So it's just different. Yeah.
It's ironic when you're talking about something good, StreamYard start acting up, but let it be messy. Nothing for hours, girl. Okay. That's the truth.
Yeah, this StreamYard, I'm definitely going to log in on my laptop next time.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I had to stop even clicking other people's links on my iPhone. It does not like it. Yeah, it does not like it. I don't know what that's about. You see how we have to go on like safari? I think that's the issue, but I don't know. It's weird. Went to the grocery store yesterday. Beef $20 to $30. Really? Really, Nurse Arlene? That's interesting. Interpol is a powerful source as well. Yeah,
Oh,
Interpol. Yeah,
yeah.
of course. I mean, Interpol is, yeah, they're great. Hey, Fran J. Um, yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. But talk about, hey Bill, how you doing, honey? Hey Sheila E. Okay, let's talk about the relation to China and Russia and what that's all about, and as well as the
Well,
pandemic. What are your
I will say
thoughts?
I think it's interesting that they've been at odds for so many years, but the last now what a co-inky dink, like we say.
Okay.
What a co-inky dink that COVID-19 just comes on the scene at the same time that China and Russia are finally, their heads of state are finally having meetings after all these years. That,
Mhm.
to me, that just does not sit well. It's like,
Mhm. Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
I don't know. This just doesn't seem like a coincidence to me. And now here we are, fast forward, when Russia decides to finally invade Ukraine.
Mhm.
Um, you have the Chinese jet fighters over Taiwan.
Taiwan.
The
Mhm.
same day, like that just doesn't seem like a coincidence to
Mhm.
me. So what does all that mean? We don't know for sure, but of course you could speculate.
Right.
Uh,
All right. And our educated speculation is that if you're gonna
educated,
come
educated speculation.
educated speculation is that if you're gonna try
Ah,
to pick, if you're gonna try to pick a war with the big dogs, bitch, you need two big dogs against this one big dog.
period.
Okay, that's the only way it's gonna work. And I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I mean, call me slow or whatever. I don't like to blame people for things that I don't know about. So you didn't hear a lot of me talking about what is it, Wuhan or whatever, the
Oh yeah,
pandemic coming
Wuhan.
out of
Yeah,
China,
with it.
Wuhan and all that. You didn't hear me talking about that a lot because, I didn't know. But now I feel like I know. Like, come
I
on.
mean,
Like,
if we had an FBI literally investigation in Wuhan, and for it to come back inconclusive whether this virus was created in a lab or came from animals, which is what they stated
mm-hmm,
originally, correct? How can
mm-hmm,
an investigation like that come back inconclusive?
mm-hmm,
To me, that's crazy.
mm-hmm.
So
They don't
one
even tell
would
us.
perceive that, yeah, you did. And honestly, they couldn't tell us because we couldn't probably handle it as a nation,
No,
as
we can't.
civilians, I guess. I mean.
No, no.
So,
No, we can't handle everything. That's why they can't tell us everything. But like we said, you guys, for the layperson to put it into perspective, China has been gearing up for this dictatorship takeover for years, for 30 years. Like they're tired of it. They don't feel like people should have a say so when it
mhm.
comes to their own lives. They feel like they are the best to tell you what to do, and you just fall in line. I mean, what nation tells you that you can only have one child? Oh, and then they follow along with it.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. And like I said, for those two gigantic superpowers to be working together, as it were, it definitely appears that for the last 2 years, while everybody else was just trying to figure out this
Mhm.
pandemic, I
Exactly.
don't care what you say. You can be the superpower of the world, but when a pandemic hits, all your CIA agents probably coming home, your FBI is off work because they're sick
Exactly.
or whatever.
Exactly.
All the analysts got to work from home now. There has been major changes in the way that everybody works. We
Exactly.
just think about ourselves, but we know people
Exactly.
that are literal aid federal analysts. We would say that, right? Now they're working from home. So you think that's the same camaraderie working in a bunker with someone? It's not.
Exactly.
So now they have taken this time, 2 years, to kind of cultivate this plan, this wicked plan. So it's very interesting. We
Yeah,
still
and what also
go ahead.
perks my interest is, sanctions. And so how does this affect? Let's even rewind to the debt that we have with China, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, of course, we already know that it's very rare and just extreme to put sanctions on a head of state, which is what they've done to Putin and his top aide, right? So how does that work with a nation like China, though? It's like Russia, I can see it, but how would it be effective with a nation like China?
That is totally self-sufficient.
Exactly. It's like
banks
they
and all.
don't care.
They don't care.
They don't
Ooh,
care.
that's such a good point.
Exactly.
Let
We
me
owe
break
them
this
money.
We owe them.
So it's like now,
So this is
how
what
that could affect them is though their exports. So how it could affect it, and I don't know. You know, we can't predict that. If they're cut off from the international banking system, how would that affect them? I don't know.
But see, the problem is,
sanctioned.
Hey Juanita, hey Aiel, hi Aiel. Let me interrupt the show really quick. I think Aiel is in London. Evening Sassy. I watched the replay of the Friday stream. Was that channel really lesbian sector? No, it's not. The host is a lesbian, but no, that's just a running joke that we have when they start talking about things. But no, I don't know anything about a lesbian sector. But no, we were just joking around. Maybe you didn't get our American humor there, but no, we were just joking around. And playing with you, because most of those people who said that they were lesbian are not, including myself. So we were just playing around. So thanks for asking. Good to see you. Girl, we were over there acting a fool on somebody else's panel.
Somebody else's panel.
Yeah, somebody else's show. So he dropped down like, wait, what's that? Because everybody started saying that they were lesbian. She said that she was trying to hook us up with him, but we were just being silly. But okay. But I'm going to tell you the problem with China. And what Twin is saying is that China obviously is self-sufficient. They are probably the most superpower that is self-sufficient. Okay.
Yes.
They are at the top of the list, and they do everything by and for themselves.
Yes.
And so the issue with China, us trying to offer some type of sanctions on China, is how is it going to really affect them, right? Well, exactly. I don't feel like it'll affect them at all. In fact, I think it would affect us more because we depend on so many things from China. Yes. And this is the problem. And goes back to Bill Clinton and that administration when we were trying to say you need to have things that are American built. But no, people didn't want to do that because they wanted cheaper. And that is not cool. Now we are seeing the effects of that 20 and 30 years later. You can't, it's like the Black family. Oh, and you know, now we see the effects of how welfare and how women's live and everything affected us personally. We don't want to get off on that subject. We can definitely talk about that. But
so a prime example, I think you'll agree, Twin, is oil and gas, right? Mm-hmm. So we were self-efficient, then we weren't self-efficient, right? So now we're entering into, and I put a post on it on my Insta story here recently, into being self-efficient again. There are so many, oh God. So an area that I'm from, I'm not going to say where I'm originally from, but they had a huge boom, right? Mm-hmm. Back in the day. I'm going to just say back, I'm going to say back in the day. You guys can just kind of, and so now there's been talks about, okay, there are already plants there, but there may be even a more expansion of those plants because we are starting to become independent as it pertains to our own oil and gas, which is huge, right? It's really, really, really huge. Now, of course, we're going to tap into other countries and nation resources.
Right. Uh-oh, you went out for a minute. She'll be back, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, we can hear you.
I was getting a call in, which is why I will never use my iPhone again to log in. This has been crazy. So I apologize for that, guys. But this is huge for the United States to be independent, dependent on ourselves as it pertains, if we choose to, the oil reservoirs. So I feel like now this is going to force us to, like you said, Sassy, having our own things manufactured here. Because really, everything I look at almost
You went out, but you'll be back.
I was seeing everything I pretty much look at, the purchasing thing has made in China on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so
it does. We're going to be forced to start producing our own.
Are we? Are we? Because we gave up so much. I don't even know how we get it back.
Yeah, it'd be a long road. I know.
I don't even know if we know how to get it back, but it would really it would behoove us. But we have given up so much. We even gave up our call centers to the Indians and the Chinese, and you know what I mean, and the other countries. I mean, we gave up everything, and it's all for the greed of the CEOs. I don't think I mean, and they're the ones that are backing up the Republicans, and so then you have this this situation where it's okay. I mean, they make the most money when we go to war, so I'm not sure.
They'll be fine. It'll be the middle class that's going to be hit the most.
That's exactly
as it has always been in history.
Always.
The middle class. So what happens is, guys, the wealthy get wealthier, the poor are already poor, and you have a little bit of sector of more, just a little bit more middle class go to that poor.
That's right.
And that's how it always is. So that's why when they
she'll be back, you guys. Let me read these comments when you get back. I truly was hoping that China. Okay, I'm going to read a couple of comments. I was truly hoping that China's biggest developer would default on their international loans, but the U.S. gave them a huge pass. Yeah, because they need them.
Exactly.
They need them. Hold on, y'all. My little thing stuck. So hold on. Sheila E says you're speaking truth. Thanks. This is a trip. I guess I wonder if y'all told me StreamYard been acting up. I haven't been really on.
Yeah, this has been horrible. I have to say it in French. Horrible.
Girl, you remember we used to say that all the time?
Remember we used to
say that? You say horrible, honey. I'm speaking French. Okay.
I must say, guys, and don't laugh at me, I have just had my YouTube cherry popped. This is my first time being on YouTube. I've watched certain shows, but I just have never been on, right? I guess I wouldn't have a reason to be on. I'm enjoying it. I apologize once again for my, being on my iPhone, but I really enjoy hearing the comments from everyone and getting different perspectives, and
it's cool, right? And if I told you who she was, she has a show herself. We'll get into that. You'll come back. They would know. Yeah, everything. But anyway, but So you guys are talking to a local celebrity and you don't know it, but that's okay. We're gonna keep it like that. Black Swan says 40 years ago, the U.S. and Canada sold out their nations for cheap, toxic goods from China. Every politician who agreed to that should be tarred and feathered. Okay, she done went back to but
now let's talk about this, guys. And Sassy, I don't know if you well, I'm sure if you read up. So what Putin has claimed, and I guess they're finally starting to publicize it, is that his income is literally $143,000. Now we know Putin makes more than $140,000 a year, right? Because of his assets. Now what he's been smart enough to do, they're saying that he should be worth $1 billion times 100.
Right.
$100 billion. Okay. But what he's done is he's created corporations, close oligarchy. A lot of it is family for him. He even has an ex-lover, they say, that owns a chateau in her name for him. He's been smart enough to do what a lot of Black folks do, is put some in somebody else's name. Okay, now that aspect, we are intelligent in that aspect.
You're real stupid,
but,
right now.
how will this affect him personally if they cannot find his assets? And so that's what they're discussing now in the news. How will they really affect him financially if they can't?
Girl, I love that point, because they were talking about putting him on that. What's that international stilt or something that stops the banking communications, and it's like, oh, that's what we're gonna do, and I'm like, do y'all not think
this man has already planned for that? Yeah,
that man has planned for that.
Like, he's a madman, but he's a
genius. You went out a little bit, twin. Let me read this comment from Nita. Hi, Nita. Nita, be stress-free. We like that name, don't we?
Yes, hi, Nita.
Okay, exactly. The outsourcing started because the 1% has a problem with paying taxes. Ding, 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 ding.
Exactly.
So
Ding,
they
ding, ding,
took
ding.
all ding, 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 ding. We say that a lot too, y'all. Okay. Pays all the so they have a problem with paying taxes. So they took all our corporations and blue collar jobs to other nations and left us with a bare minimum. That's it.
Yes. And so once
That's
again, guys, this is why they say the middle class is shrinking. Regardless of whether it's a war, whether it's an economic crisis, a epidemic, whatever the case may be, the wealthy get wealthier. The poor are already poor. Just some of us middle class join the poor, and that's how it always been. So that's what it means when they say the middle class is just shrinking, just constantly.
That was Oh, Black Swan says congratulations on popping your cherry, bitch.
Yes, I've had my cherry pop, guys. It was so much fun.
Okay, so yeah, there has been a systemic attack on the middle class for the last 30 years. I don't know if people saw it, but the days of staying at the post office and being able to retire and have a middle class life is a wrap.
Yeah.
So, and I'm using the post office as an example, but we all know, I mean, all of our parents, our aunts and uncles, they stayed at their jobs for years and years. Those days are over with. But that was systematic to get rid of the middle class. But I guess that's still not good enough. This is why you cannot give motherfuckers an inch. And we'll have Twin come back on so we could talk about giving Negroes an inch, because they would take a mile. It's the same analogy. They were not satisfied with taking all of our decent middle class jobs.
Exactly.
In the automobile field, in the coal mine, that they weren't satisfied with that and crippling the economy
and just outsourcing so much
stuff.
So much stuff has been outsourced,
But that's not even good enough. Sense. That's still not good enough. That's what I say. You can't give motherfuckers even an inch. That's still not good enough. Now they want to take down democracy.
Yes.
So they don't even want us to have any kind of free will at all. I mean, you can't even be broke and just be chilling. They're like, no, that's not good enough. We want you to be broke, and we want go on mute. I'm gonna mute you. Okay, go ahead. They don't even want us to be able to be broke and just chill. They want you to be broke and controlled. It's very, very interesting. So that's why we want to come talk to you guys. And just like I said, because people are going to be like, well, how does this affect us? But we just wanted to let you guys know this is how this can affect you guys. Miss Rose says, y'all's two conversation as two Black smart women make me proud to be a Black woman. Knowledge is the key. Thank you. Well, we crazy as hell now. We are bougie ghetto now, so I don't know. We ain't trying to fool y'all now.
Yes, we are most definitely. And it's good to just be able to have a platform to express our feelings about the situation as the middle class, right?
Absolutely.
Now we might have a 1% or a few 1%ers on here, but most of us, I'm sure, are middle class.
We're either middle class or broke. If you know what I'm saying. I don't know if I have too many 1%ers up in this bitch, but I know you either middle class. Exactly. You middle class or high middle class, or you probably or are you broke? You're right at the poverty
line. You're working
line,
every day, but you're broke.
Okay, yeah. And some of them motherfuckers ain't working every day on the other side. But these,
so we'll have to come back on Twin and just as we watch things develop, come back on in the near future to talk about whatever the current status is of this whole.
You kind of went out. We're gonna wait for you. Whatever. There you go.
At that moment, maybe in a week, 2 weeks. It depends on how fast this, develops or
you definitely. I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself, because I definitely want you to come back on, even if it's just for us to give the week's review of what happened, because this shit is about this is going fast. And let me read it's going this is this let me say this. Let me read this comment, but let me say this. We're not even hearing about the real death toll. We're not seeing the death toll. We're not seeing the tragedy, because we are censored as well, because the U.S. does not like to show us death, because we're not used to seeing it on that high of a level, right? Exactly. So the first day, there was 167 people killed and 316 people injured. Okay, who knows how many of those people died after that? That was day one. So we don't know what the real death toll is. We don't know what's going on in Poland right now. Poland, I mean, I don't think they have the resources to take all these people in. So it's going to be very interesting as the time goes on. Like I said, our only prayer now is that the Russian people turn against him, but I don't know if they're going to do that. That's going to be, that's life or death for them. I have one more question to ask you, Twin. I'll let you go. I know it's getting busy over there. Let me read Black Swan's comment, and then let me ask you. Oh, shoots. What was my question? Oh, let me ask. I know the question. Going after Putin's money is stupid. These politicians are playing in our faces. The working middle is over. You must be a professional or independent, successful business owner. Black Swan, baby. Black Swan.
Or be somebody like my sister-in-law who's about to be an executive with Chevron in 2 years. Now, you can be on a corporate level and take care of yourself. Because if for you guys, the way oil and gas companies, most of them, when you have to reach a certain level to be able to acquire a certain amount of shares. And so when you reach executive level, you're a millionaire at that point, pretty much. So, it's if you're in the corporate world, being smart. I've always told her how proud I was of her for being smart.
Very proud of her. She has been so smart, though. Yeah. Not, and I think her,
either be a business owner, entrepreneur, or be able to work that corporate ladder the way you need to work it to set yourself up with shares.
The key word is the ladder. You have to go up the ladder, not have them stagnate you, and not have them keeping you at a certain position, and you literally are just working from paycheck to paycheck with your fancy title. No. You have to get some shares. That 401k got to look crazy, and that profit sharing check can change your life. Okay. Nigga. Okay. I'm trying. Okay. My question to you before I let you go is, why do you think, because one thing that I do commend the U.S. for is putting the message out there that that an impending war was imminent, right? Yeah. And they did this. That's why I've been telling my people, war is coming. The Russians is coming. The Russians are coming. I think I've been saying this for at least 6 weeks now. But I would just say it in passing just to let them know
and people think you're crazy.
I don't know if they thought they probably know I'm crazy. I don't know if they thought I was crazy, or they think, what does that have to do with us? But I don't know. But I'm just saying it's right. But why do you think? Now I understand the Americans' point of view because it's so far away, right? It's a whole nother universe to them. But why do you think the Ukrainians waited so long to get out?
I think that like what we've seen when they do those personal interviews that are just so raw and so, oh God, heart-wrenching to watch. I think the people really, the actual people, the same way the actual people in Russia don't want the war, and we're seeing protests in different outlets. The same way the Ukrainians, like we just even with hearing things we just never could have imagined. We just thought it was unimaginable. They really thought it was,
something was going to happen to stop it.
Yeah, they just didn't think. I don't know if they thought, and we know you're not a part of the UN, but they for some reason felt like the UN would step in and know that not in this day and time would nations allow one nation to invade a sovereign nation, right?
Right.
So, and I will say I'm not shocked, but I'm shocked that it's still happening now. So that's what we've been hearing them say, the actual people. Now, I don't know why, those in power waited so long. I'm not sure.
Well, what is his name? His name is Vladimir, not Vladimir, but it's Vladimir Hinsky. What is his name? I don't know. The president said, and did you know he was a comedian? Isn't that interesting? The president of Ukraine. But anyway, I think her sound went out for a minute, you guys. But he said, I don't need a ride out. I need guns, which is admirable. He knows that he has to be a martyr, which I commend him for. He's going to most likely die. But if you sign up to be a leader of a country, we have a different mindset. Our leaders aren't going to die. We elect them for their mind. So we're going to put them in a bunker so that they can continue to work out the situation. So either way, I don't mind it. Hold on, y'all. She came back in. Let me kick your other one out.
He is his name.
Okay. Oh, you just be talking behind the scenes. You're not up on the thing until I click you on, girl. What you say?
Vladimir Zelensky, I think that his body language, and I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They kept saying he was calm, but he was like a calm nervous to me.
Of course, he knows he's gonna die.
His body language just was like, okay, he's just, yeah, exactly.
Listen, he knows he's either going to die, his whole family too, because they don't play no games. Okay, you know, the Russians are gangsters. That's one of the reasons why the Russians are always the villains. And I'm not saying I agree with this, but that's one of the reasons why they're always the gangsters and the villains, like in, you know, stuff like 24 and what's the some other stuff that we watch. But anyway, Power. Anyway, because they are truly gangster at heart. And I like
Mission Impossible,
all of that stuff, because they are truly gangsters at heart. And I like them. And I shouldn't say Russians, I should say the Slavic nations. They don't play. You know what I'm saying? So I can see him being a gangster, you know, of sorts. But he knows that he's either going to die or be in prison for the rest of his life. Exactly. And so
if he's captured, cool. Now I don't know how we can do it if we want to. We can't sneak his butt up out of there. Because I'm gonna tell you, our top military, we've talked about that. We on a different level now. We on a different level. So, but will we risk that to get him out? I don't know, to extradite him. I don't know. Now I do know, like we talked about, they've sent the troops into combat troops into Eastern Europe. What does that mean? We don't know yet. We'll just have to keep watching things develop. See, and they can hear me, but I can't hear her. That's so weird.
I can hear you. I just want to talk.
Okay. I'm like, okay, I thought we went out again. So
sorry.
How would that develop? And what would that mean? I'm not sure. But if we want to, and if we want to get him out, we can.
Well, no, he said no. We did.
Oh, so he's saying no. Okay.
No, he said no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said no. He said no. I don't need a ride. I need guns.
And I still don't know why we won't. I don't get it. I get it because of the UN situation, but then it's just like
I'm not for us going over there and. Listen, you know, I'm a moderate Democrat. I'm not for us going over and overly helping everybody. Like, listen, you know, I hate that this is happening to you guys. We'll send y'all some of this dirty money that we stole from other countries. We'll send y'all some of these illegal ass ammunition. Right. Okay, we'll send y'all some of this.
We should have been giving them stuff. We should have took some of that stuff from Afghanistan.
We did. We did.
It's not enough. They left so much artillery. They were talking about it. They left so much artillery in
Afghanistan, exactly. But
now here's the point, though. This is why we need to, though, because we're dealing with the madman, and if this man takes over the Ukraine, his butt is going to invade Poland.
Yes,
because he's a madman.
Yeah, no, that's what we're waiting.
That's what I'm like. But why?
Well, we have to wait, Sean, because you know, we have to wait, twin, because. The problem is that we don't want to be seen as getting into other people's business. We've made that mistake time and time throughout history, right? So at this point, we have to wait until we are provoked, until it is by law that we have to step in. So unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm just the emotion side of me, you know.
I know right. But unfortunately,
you have to have order. So everyone is like,
you have to have order.
You have to have order. And the world order is that you follow the treaties that you sign. And if you're not part of the UN, there's only certain things that we're supposed to do.
We have, you know, and President Zelensky knows that. And he, like I said, I admire the strength and the courage, because he knows that him and his family are most likely going to die. And I guess he said, I didn't, you know, hey, this is what I signed up for. That's, you know, that is what it is. But we can't we can't do anything until they invade a NATO, you know, member. And then it's all hell gonna break loose. Let me read this comment from hey WJ, welcome everybody coming into the chat. Please tap the like button on your way in or on your way out. I really appreciate you guys joining us. We're just trying to wrap up the last week's world events in regards to the invasion from Russia onto Ukraine and what that means for us as regular United States citizens, and just our basic views from two political science majors. and how we feel about everything. Black Swan says America has no sway in world politics anymore. The U.S. is viewed as weak. The U.S. hasn't won any war. The U.S. is worst for international affairs. What do you think about that?
See, we're gonna have a different outlook because we are political science majors and we know
that's right. That's right.
Governments, right? We didn't have a choice but to learn.
That's right.
And when you take down, when you're a country that's able to sneak your Black Hawk in and take down a dictator, then no, you powerful.
You powerful. And then say, hold up, twin, and then say, oh, we killed your whole family, but we didn't really mean to.
Exactly.
Bitch, if you don't shut your ass up.
Exactly.
No, honey, so we don't really agree with. We understand the sentiment, Black Swan. We definitely understand the sentiment, but we also understand that nobody, and I mean nobody, can touch the CIA.
Period.
That period. Okay, with a T on the end. Okay.
Period.
So we understand the sentiment, and we understand what the last 4 years of Trump did for us in regards to the United Nations and the treaty, NATO treaty. However, we are still the most powerful nation.
And guys, you have to understand that politics goes way beyond. It goes way beyond governments. So politics. Politics goes way beyond governments because who controls the governments is that 1%. What is my best interest? Do you know?
Interest.
1% is totally different than what our mindset can even wrap around. Like the lamest person, right? So it's just deeper than just government. It literally is who controls government. Who controls government? We talk about lobbyists. Mm-hmm. Who are they lobbying for? I have a close friend of mine who and you know who I'm referring to, twin, who's back in DC as a lobbyist, and she contracts herself to various congressmen. They can be Democrat or Republican. She goes where she's gonna get paid.
Period.
Period. And that's what money, and
power
of that
resources. 1%.
Exactly. What is their focus during this era? We've seen in the past certain eras cause for certain focus of the 1%er. We could talk about Rockefeller. When we talk in depth about Rockefeller, what was how did we go from natural medicine into now this being a multi-billion dollar
Johnson and Johnson.
Exactly. So
Rothschild
controls the government.
Come on. I mean,
it's just deeper than
it's way deeper
talking about
than,
a government structure.
We definitely could do. Vibrant Low says Putin may care to reflect on the fate of the ruler who modus operandi he appears to be following. Aggressive dictators rarely die in their beds. Bitch, you know we like that shit right there. Yeah. Okay.
That was a good one there.
That's a good one, ain't it? Black Swan said, I love y'all national spirit. Yeah,
Black
we would be going down.
It's a deep thing. We have to watch. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna ask you guys to go and watch some documentaries on Rockefeller, and then when we meet next time to talk about the current events, we can delve more into how governments are truly controlled by that 1% and how that's what truly controls our day-to-day life, right? And what stance a government may take on a world issue. So I'm just requesting you guys, if you have time, I know everybody's busy, at least one documentary on Rockefeller and how that changed the trajectory of the United States.
Of the United States, and during and after World War II and the Industrial Revolution. I keep saying last question, but then you keep bringing me to something else. If we were to go into war, and I don't think it's going to be a traditional war, but, obviously, War of 1812, it changed the trajectory.
Exactly.
The Civil War changed the trajectory.
Exactly.
World War I, okay, World War II, complete change of trajectory. Complete change of trajectory and the way that we live our lives. The Vietnam War, really is to blame for the sexual revolution, and for people not trusting the government, and for people wanting to kind of draw outside the lines, for the women's movement that was not for us but was for white women, but nevertheless it still stands. So what can a war now? What could it? I know this is just straight conjecture, but I'm just thinking, how will we benefit from a war now?
I
don't
know if we would. I don't
even know if we would.
If we would, because once again, we have to worry about cyber attacks for this war. Mm-hmm. So once again, the 1% or the wealthy won't be affected. It will be us. They got money everywhere. I don't have money in my mattress.
We ain't got money in Switzerland. We ain't got money in the what's the islands? The
Caribbean islands.
Not the Caribbean. What's the one, y'all, with the sea that everybody? Canary Islands. We ain't got that kind of money everywhere. That's untraceable. We don't have millions of dollars in Bitcoin, and So what the fuck?
And once again, I don't even have mattress money.
Yeah. So we real. Yeah.
I need to rethink. This is making stuff like this, guys, and I know you guys probably agree. When these moments in history happen, you kind of like rethink your personal lives to like, okay, I might need to change this. I may need to change that. Somebody I know, Black Swan was saying earlier, everybody needs to have a generator. That's actually what I thought about last year.
Thank you.
And now they're selling them much cheaper now as well. So, this is just another part of history that may change some of our daily functions and how we go about our business.
We went from masks, from just worrying about masks. We thought that was such a big change. So now we may have to think about, and it's the Canary Islands. I told you, girl, they be on it. I'm like, yo, help me out. And then Lovely Love says, all I'm going to say is get your bullets for your house. Also, I just bought me another box. That's awesome, but a gun isn't going to help you when they shut down the grid. I'm just telling you.
If you can't call Auntie to make sure,
that she's okay. To get
you're not even thinking about.
Yeah. So that's why we came, because we're trying to get y'all. Like, I understand the stockpiling of things. I understand, your guns and your artillery. I understand all of that, but it's not going to be. Those are wars. That type of war is a TV. That's like a fantasy. That's not what we're talking about. What is going to literally happen is going to have to be some type of advanced cyber attack where a gun is just not going to help you, unless you shoot somebody at the grocery store over the last box of noodles or something, I guess.
Now, they've discussed, guys, to put this in perspective, they've discussed on various media outlets how, and you talked about it as well, how you see these Russian bots, in various outlets, and then the phone calls have increased. The what they call it, spam on in different apps.
Yes.
And so now the specialists on like CNN or whatever outlet you're watching are saying, well, they really shouldn't do that because they know that we have, the capability to reciprocate that, right? But it's who's in power. If you're saying you're dealing with a madman, do you think he cares about reciprocation? No. He just cares about, once again, bringing that USSR back and that Russian Empire.
And exerting a certain level of power.
Exactly. They're starting to say even his close cabinets, because of course we know, like you just said, nobody can touch the CIA. They're saying his close cabinet members are starting to say he's becoming unhinged.
Girl, I just heard this morning. I just heard this morning on Meet the Press that they were saying for the last 2 years he hasn't even had people in his cabinet due to COVID, but he hasn't had anybody in his cabinet willing to give him bad news.
Yeah, they don't want to give him bad news because they say he's unhinged. He's literally becoming a madman. So we can't predict. You can't predict what a madman's going to do. So I'm not going to sit on here and say, well, I think he's going to do this. You can speculate, but you can't really,
We just had 2 Russian bots come in while we were talking, just so you know. If United States contact, if you're not a states, I think you're saying if the United States comes under attack, everything is going to shut down. So get your household together right now, because the government is not going to tell us anything until the end. Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that
don't
could be
know if we agree with that because I think that they will definitely try to save us.
prepared.
But
Yeah.
yeah, they're going to definitely try to prepare us. But like I said, I mean, we're not.
It's such a catch-22 because
Yeah.
how much do you share with the
Right.
public? How much can they digest
Right.
and function the way we need to? Because we're not like the Ukrainians. Okay. How they
Okay.
stay calm and they were at the restaurants eating. Baby, they say
Baby.
a flu strain is coming. We run into the grocery
Baby.
store buying up all the groceries. The toilet tissue's missing, and we
And we're not jumping down in front of no damn tanks trying to stop it with our body and all that shit. We're not doing all that, okay? Baby, we getting in the bathtub, okay?
Okay, it's just a different mindset we have as Americans.
We're not built like that. We didn't grow up seeing war and that kind of
Exactly.
stuff. Girl, is this not some funny shit that we would have said? I thought Putin was unhinged when we saw him shirtless on a horseback. Girl, when I saw that, girl, I said, look at this nigga.
Just
look
crazy.
at him, just crazy.
Crazy.
Look at a hot damn mess on that damn horseback, just galloping about all shirtless and whatnot, like he was the finest and whatnot. I said, baby, please. What did Level say? The Russians been over here for the last month.
It's going to be interesting. So let's definitely come back and discuss maybe in a week or two.
For sure.
Of course, the current status as things develop, because
we definitely will.
Pretty quickly. I've enjoyed you guys. I love the interaction.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on. I know you had a really, really busy week, and I really, really thank you so much again.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Okay. Our smooches. Love you lots.
All right, smooches. Love you.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right.
Y'all
bye, guys.
Tell Twin bye, y'all.
Have a good week. Okay. Talk to you guys later.
Okay. Bye-bye. And that was my bestie. We were light over here today, but that's what I expected. Because we're talking about, world events, child. So how long have I been on? An hour and 33 minutes. Anything else that you guys want to talk about? I do want to share with you guys this one of my new people that I am so freaking obsessed with. He's so goofy. He's so silly. Something is obviously wrong with him. But this is my type of humor. So we're definitely gonna leave it on a light note. Hold on, y'all. I think my mouse needs a battery. I am kidding. You going to Jamaica, boo? You are so stupid. Speak English, please, and thank you. And also, don't forget to hit the like button, bitches. Great live, Sassy Boo. Bye, Twin. Thank you. Yeah, And we didn't even get silly. I guess because we were talking about a serious subject, but it was, it is what it is. Y'all, I guess my child, this has been a technical difficulty show, okay? Hold on, y'all. I can't, my mouse won't work. I wonder if it'll work if no, because it's a touch screen, but it won't work. This is crazy. Sassy, please give us homework through your community wall. I am reading up on Rockefeller for next week. Bye, Twin. Great meeting you. Okay, I will. Thank you, Black Swan. Oh, I hope I don't forget because I got stuff to do. I'm going to brunch after this, but because I was thinking that as she was saying that, I need to give y'all a specific documentary to watch. Now, I may give you one. I think the one that I'm thinking about, I don't know the name, but I think I can Google it and find it. It's going to be the one that is all the families. I think it's the top 5 families. And I mean, I know Carlisle's, Johnson's of Johnson & Johnson, Rothschild, Rockefeller. Dang, she would kill me if I couldn't. I can't think of the 5th one. Carlisle's, Rothschilds, Rockefeller, Johnson's. Woo, she gonna kill me because, honey, we researched them extensively, okay, in our 4 years. But nevertheless, that one tells you about all of them, why you never see any of them giving any type of interviews, why you don't see their kids giving interviews, because they're just very private and they understand the assignment, okay? They understand the assignment, and I ain't mad at you. What you say, girl, if you don't stop stapling paper. Okay, girl, did you get, girl, just hitting the damn, girl, I was like, girl, I'm ghetto. I said, shit, it wouldn't work. So I said, shit, maybe if I Maybe if I hit this motherfucker a couple of times. Oh, you guys, I was cursing too. I forgot to tell you guys before I play this live. We're gonna just, like I said, we're just listening and kick in on this live in a minute. But I forgot to tell you guys, for 30 days, I'm not gonna play any copywritten music. I'm gonna try to curse minimally, and I'm gonna see what I can make in the 30 days. And I'm gonna make, meaning AdSense and Cash Apps, and I'm gonna, let me put my Cash App up here in case, you know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna share with you guys what I made in that 30 days, because I know people don't want to do that, but I don't care. Like, I feel like some of you guys who want to become content creators, you can see, you know what I'm saying, you can see my numbers. They're low, unless we're talking about mess, you see what I'm saying, but it is what it is. But I just want to share with you guys. And I want to see for myself, because all of my stuff is going to say either limited ads or what do you call it? Or no monetization, because I have copyright claims, which claims don't hurt you. So a claim is not a strike, but it just means that I know girl, I work, girl. It's a lot for me to just do this. She's telling me to do uploads too. Girl, I work, honey. I don't, I don't know about all that. I can't commit to that because it's, I don't know how y'all, but we'll see. So I just want to share that with you guys. So I want to see if it's worth it or not, because I enjoy giving y'all, some good music at the beginning and at the end, because I feel like I'm not going to get paid anyway. So why am I holding back from the people? But I just want to do this for us. Like I said, to share with new content creators what's going to happen. Also, you'll be able to gauge, you know what I'm saying? Like, by the numbers or whatnot, what you would be able to do. And I don't think I have a lot of shenanigans. I do curse though, but I'm not just incessantly cursing or whatever. So I don't know if I really believe people that are saying they're making money, because y'all are cursing, acting a fool, saying really, really derogatory stuff, but you're making money on YouTube. So we're going to test it out together. We're going to see. Okay. So like I said, the first thing I had to do was to stop playing the copyright music. And then the second thing I'll do is try to stop with the so much cursing, or the type of cursing. So we'll see. Let me see. Let me hush. I don't even go live on my channel. Okay. Are you okay? Now, girl, you my boo, but I be like, y'all love giving people, go live, do uploads, do that. Girl, honey, I work. I don't, honey, and I'm gonna tell you, when I be working, honey, listen, Linda, honey, no, the only thing I can think about doing after work is maybe running an errand or two, cooking, and relaxing. Child, I'm not about to go live, but I do think that that's a great recommendation. I just can't promise it. I just can't be, Black Swan, thank you so much, Sassy, for having a mature, intelligent conversation. I feel like I'm talking to my family. Smooches, girl. You are. We're cousins, bitch. See what I'm saying? How I'm going to stop cursing? I don't know. These are the conversations we have along with family. Mess, of course. Girl, this is exactly how it is. Like, if I could get my dad on here, he would have been like so great for this conversation, because he knows he is up on it, so that's why I was like, I don't want to have this conversation by myself. And I didn't want to, a lot of you guys that are in my audience don't click links. So I'm definitely going to bring Twin back. I'll bring Uncle back. I'll see if my dad is up for it, but because we're talking about stuff that this is exactly how our family will go, and we would be silly about it. We'd be roasting, we'd be gagging, but we are talking about politics. So it just comes natural for me to do so, Hey, Simply. Okay, let's get around to this. I gotta share with y'all my new obsession when I want to laugh. Ooh, child, this man makes me laugh so hard. I don't know if y'all gonna think he's funny. And really, it's one of his co-hosts. Her name is Miss Jan. Oh Lord, this damn mouse thing went out again. Juicy, I'm about to staple this. Damn, what the hell is going on today? Damn it. Did you, Black Swan? Okay. Girl, I don't know what is going on. This is weird. How you going to have all these technical difficulties in one show? Oh, Lord. Now I got to leave and go get a dang on battery. Can't stand dumb shit. I don't know how I'm supposed to stop. I know Juicy over there cracking up. Oh, damn it. Anyway, okay, there you go. Damn, what's wrong with these people? Okay, hold on. Mr. William, what you say? Hold on, this shit. I've been saying all along, when you try and enjoy yourself on YouTube, even when music people strike content because we tend to disagree with you. No, it's not people. It's not the people, Mr. William. I don't. No, it's not the people for me. It's actual YouTube saying you're not allowed to play content. I mean, excuse me, copywritten music. So you get a claim, but nobody has ever struck me personally. So I don't know if that's true about people striking you, but YouTube, it says no, that's not appropriate. So they will definitely do that, just to let you know, because it's not people. It's YouTube. Okay, you guys. Now his name is Kenny Lee. Let me give y'all some background. Hey, eclectic, great life. Okay, I think you said great live. I'm not much of a foreign affairs person, but I appreciate you all adding perspective to a great topic. Thank you, boo. Good to see you. Okay, you guys. So his name is Kenny Lee. Okay. He is mostly on Instagram. He does have a YouTube page though. However, so he's a hot mess. We're just gonna watch this so we can laugh because we've been talking about heavy topics. But one of his co-hosts, I have my air quotes up. Her name is Miss Jan. Miss Jan lies and says that she lives in a nursing home. And the nursing home treats her really poorly, and she needs to get out of the nursing home. And she begs for people to get her out of the nursing home and call. And when Miss Jan talks a whole bunch of SHIT, and when she talks a whole bunch of SHIT, and she done got herself in some mess, then she acts like the nursing home people that took her phone, stole her phone, and so she just clicks off the live. It's all like an impromptu skit. But I love the way that they do it. This is y'all. I mean, for those of you who don't know, I know Mr. William was like, I feel like Langston is writing this for you. I'm like, no, I'm an improv. I'm pretty great at improv. Like, this is my type of comedy, right? And it's not scripted. It just has to come off the top of your head, you know? So I just have so much fun with them because it's not scripted, but they play well off of each other. But Kenny plays well off of all of his guests. They call up there, they roasting and gagging him, and he's just quick witted. So anyway, you guys can, oh Lord, this damn thing. Okay. So let's listen to maybe about 5 minutes of this, you guys, and kiki for a minute. Hold on.
And when I'm finished with him, it's gonna be like we're gonna put some roach bones in there, and it's gonna look like the
what in the is you doing? What is you doing?
Okay, Granny. Miss Jan, what's going on?
Ain't nothing going on, Kenny. What is you up here doing?
Miss Jan, let me tell you. Have you heard about a tape? They said some kind of sex tape that went out, and hope they'll see down out on me or you.
Kenny, you know what? I want to ask you a question.
Okay, what's the question, Miss Jan?
I'm gonna turn this light out. Kenny.
No, wait, we need to see you, Miss Jan.
No, you don't need to see me.
Okay, what's your question?
Kenny, I want to ask you one question, Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should turn the light on.
Yeah, turn the light on. Because the people like to see you, Miss Jan.
I understand that they do. Hi, y'all. Hi, everybody. Listen, Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want nobody to hear this.
Oh, well, maybe they won't hear
No.
Kenny.
Kenny. Kenny, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Kenny, is you a top or a bottom?
What the hell? Miss Jan, how you gonna ask me a question like that live on the air? And Miss Jan, you too old to even know about the LGBTQT community.
Well, I
How
know
you know about anything about that, Miss Jan?
I know you fit somewhere in that alphabet.
You know what? I can't take you, Miss Jan. I can't take your shit tonight, Miss Jan. I don't know what in the alphabet I fit, but it's Miss Jan.
Huh?
I can't, Miss Jan. You know what? I
Well,
see why
Kenny,
they
you
all
throw
make-
me off. I'm confused. I'm older and I am confused right now. You sit
why
up here on this show, you throwing your ass in the air, and you swinging them fucking titties everywhere. Not they running around like a dog in the yard.
So,
You need to put them in a bra.
well, what kind of bra would I buy, Miss Jan? I don't know.
One for them big ass titties. They
But
running
what
around
size
like
do you
your
think I
dog.
got?
You need to train them or something. And you talking about they $1,000? You can't tell me that shit over there selling. Ain't none of that shit selling. That shit ain't selling no more.
Now, Miss Jan, now you
Huh?
know you old. So when you take your bra, don't your titties drop down to your knees?
Well, you know I'm old and everything has gone down south. You know, the ass done dropped, the titties dropped, you know. But with you ain't that old. Your shit done dropped. Now
Miss
you
Jan,
make
my
that
titties
make
sit
some
up.
goddamn sense.
Mine sit up, Miss
Ooh,
Jan.
oh no.
I bet
Then
you
you
won't.
need to quit.
I
And
bet
that
you won't.
pole chair,
I
that
bet you
pole
won't.
motherfucking chair.
I bet you won't. I
Ooh
bet you
no.
won't. What you trying to say,
Mm-mm.
Miss Jan?
That pole chair you sitting on, it's catching hell.
Oh my God, Miss Jan. You know what? This is a chair in the studio for the community. And this chair been here for years. Now,
What the
I'm
chair
sitting in
smell
the
like?
chair. Huh?
That's another good question. What is the chair smelling like?
What the fuck you mean what it smell like, Miss Jan? This chair, let me tell you something. We have to sanitize everything in this damn studio. Now, this chair, now, when I came in here, it smelled like Fabuloso.
But I know it don't smell like that now.
What you trying to say it smell like this?
I don't know. Get up and take a smell out of it.
Hell no. I'm going to take a smell of it when I get up. I got to call her, Miss Jan. You just hold on.
Y'all
What's
watch
up,
this.
caller?
She do this every time.
In the doorway, in the phone.
How can I help you, baby?
Let's go get Mr. Dog's big fat round, big boot ass.
Nah, Messi don't get his motherfucking shit smacked out of him. That's what's gonna motherfucking happen.
This nigga here. Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to whoop that hoe, cause I'm sick of
If
that
he
old
a
pound
bottom,
ass bitch calling
if
me.
he a top, he killing somebody.
Wait a
Can
minute,
you
what you
imagine
hold
that
on, baby,
nigga
cause
up
Miss
there
Jan over here talking
on
shit.
top?
What's up, caller?
Yeah. And
What's
if he a
going on?
bottom, I know they got to spread them cheeks wide than a motherfucker to get all up in there. Whew.
You know what? As long as your monkey ass calling, it's gonna
You
be
say
some
he
shit
a
gonna be
power
going down.
bottom, huh?
You ain't son of motherfucker.
That nigga gotta have a long bone to get up in them fat ass cheeks. And all that belly slanging around, it's hanging in the front and on the sides and in the middle.
Miss Jan, what the fuck did you just say?
I didn't say nothing, Kenny.
Oh, because I had a caller.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. What's up, caller?
And them motherfucking teeth. Them goddamn teeth, y'all. Ooh,
You
shit.
know what, Messy Dog?
Them motherfucking teeth. Look at them motherfucking teeth. I know the chicken bones get stuck all down in them motherfucking gaps. I know he be having a goddamn, and he talking about sucking some dick. Now you see that one down there in the middle, down at the bottom? Now that'll kill a nigga. That will kill a nigga.
Okay, Miss Jan, you got to go. You got to go, Miss Jan, because you up there talking shit. What's up, caller?
Oh, God.
Miss Jan, you are a power bottom. When I was in Nashville, you took it off.
Oh, you a goddamn like I ain't no
Girl,
motherfucking
y'all try.
Now I know Miss
Hold
Jan
on,
don't
y'all trying to get this shit off of
but I
here, and this
couldn't hear that
damn
old
thing
ass hoe.
is just,
You know, I'm trying to
baby.
let her come on so y'all can see how this old bitch look.
Oh gosh, y'all. Hold on, y'all. This damn thing, I cannot believe, baby. Miss Jan is something else. Hold on, y'all. This is still in my ear, so I'm trying to get it off. Oh, Lord, these technical difficulties this morning, child. Anyway, baby. She say a long dong. You got to be a long dong to get up in there. That's just one, y'all. Honey, that's just one. Baby Miss Jan goes off. Baby Miss Jan. Ooh, Miss Jan is a mess, y'all. She has such a ball with him, y'all. I should have showed y'all the one where she be acting like the nursing home people that stole a damn phone, y'all. What you say, Vibrant, the Sassy Show? Thank you for helping people to become more aware of what's going on in the world. Will make a difference in their day-to-day lives and most likely their futures. You're welcome. P.S. I ain't doing no homework. That's because you already know. Shut up, Vibrant. Please put that. Okay, I will. I did. Oh no, I don't share people on my community wall though, because you know what I'm saying. I ain't got time. But what I will do is, because I don't have time for people to be getting in their feelings about who I share and who I don't share. But I can't share that other sector because I don't be knowing what the hell y'all gonna be talking about that day and who you didn't diss. I can't do it. But let me share it here. Girl, this damn thing. Come on, let me live. Ooh, I'm about to get irritated. Y'all know I got a pleasant disposition most of the damn time, but this is just too much. I can't even get back to my damn people. I better go because, baby, this thing about to go out altogether. Oh, y'all, I am so sorry. This is so freaking weird. Like, why didn't you go out yesterday so I could have known? Oh, God, dang. And then I need to switch it over. I have y'all on my monitor. Maybe I need to switch y'all over so I can touch screen. Hold on. Let me switch it over so I can touch screen because this hoe is about to go out all together. Okay, I'm about to drop Kenny Lee's. And like I said, he's most popular on Instagram, but I think somebody probably told him to start sharing the clips to YouTube. I'm trying to get it, y'all. My apologies. I'm trying. Baby, I'm about to go after this because this thing is about to go. Hold on, let me get his. I'm just gonna share one of them. Oh my God. You know what? I don't have a choice. I'm gonna have to stop because y'all, it's a wrap on this. The mouse battery is a wrap. So now y'all are on my. I will. So I put y'all on my laptop so I can at least touch screen. Lord Jesus. What was I gonna say? Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it underneath this comment, Black Swan. I'm gonna put his last video clip so you guys can at least see where to get it. Okay. So luckily I put you guys on my touch screen. All right, bye you guys. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Relax. Get ready for the upcoming week. If you work, have a great work week. Otherwise, y'all stay out of trouble over there in that other people's sector, okay? Smooches. Talk to you guys later. And I'll also put whoever wants to do the community, the homework. I will put a really great documentary on the one percenters on my wall. Give me at least till tomorrow so I can remember to do that for you guys. All right. Thank you guys, everybody, for your contributions and your great engagement today. Thank you so much for welcoming my bestie. She had a blast. That was super cool. And if anybody wants to donate to the Sassy Show, it's greatly appreciated. It's $ the Sassy Show 1. And I'll see you guys next Sunday. Remember, our time has changed. Our spring and summer hours are 12:30 Eastern, 11:30 Central. So I'll see you guys next Sunday. Okay. Bye-bye.